Hello, my dear friends. For those who don't know me, I'm Brother Sean, and I am a member of the Teo community of Interspiritual Franciscans. And I would like to share with you my feelings for all mothers, but especially for one very special mother, and that is Mother Mary, the mother of the cosmic Christ. A mother's love that was sacrificed by the cross of her son as she watched him slowly die for mankind. How that must have felt, I have no idea. Even though for many years I've nurtured a great love for our Blessed Mother. In fact, on her feast day, the 8th of December, 1966, I was received as a young novice on her feast day. And on the 8th of December 1968, I was ordained a young nursing monk. And every year, on the same day, the 8th of December, I have quietly renewed my vows in service to God. And it seemed fitting in 2007, when I returned from Ireland, having said goodbye to all the lovely people who supported me in my work, that I began to prepare myself for December the 8th, 2008, to surrender my life in service for peace, for interspiritual peace and unity within the whole family of God, by becoming an enclosed lay monastic Franciscan monk. But enough about me and more about Mothering Sunday. Why is Mothering Sunday so special? Well, we've celebrated Mother's Day here in the UK several weeks ago, but I know in different parts of the world the event of celebrating our moms gifting to us takes place on different dates. But why is it important to celebrate the love of our mom? As we say in Ireland, our mammy. Sounds very childish, doesn't it? But it's lovely. It's a term of endearment because my mammy crossed over around this time last year. And it's strange, really, not having her around, though she was very sick and very poorly for several years prior to her death. But every Sunday it was a ritual for me to ring her around at 12 noon. I mean, I didn't even have to remember the number because she had the same phone number going back to 1952. And I would just automatically dial it. And she'd be there getting mass on the television or saying a rosary with a cup of coffee and a packet of fags in one hand. I miss her. I miss my mom because she didn't have an easy life. But she was a beautiful person in her own right, and I would like to do this as a tribute to my mom too. But now that I'm older, and I hope a little bit more wiser, that I can truly appreciate what she did, giving birth to 9 children. She truly was an amazing woman. And I never realized it then, nor did I appreciate it then. But I do remember when I came home from my first holiday as a young monk in 1968, December 68, when I was returning back to the monastery. I could see her up at the top of the bedroom window looking through the curtains, crying. And that really upset me, that my mom was crying for me. But Mothering Sunday is more than just sending a card and flowers or treating your mom with a tray of goodies for breakfast. It has its origins here in the UK going back many centuries, Mothering Sunday was especially commemorated for those in service, for the servants who were living miles and miles away from their blood family. And the purpose of Mothering Sunday was to allow the servants have a day off and go to their mother church and give thanks in their mother church to God. That is the origins of Mothering Sunday. But of course, materialism has hijacked it by making it into something big and commercial. And is that a bad thing? I don't know, but I think it's nice to remember our mom. And for me, as a Catholic Christian who embraces all faiths, my spiritual mother is Mother Mary, the mother of Jesus. And she has an important part to play in my life. Not just once a year, but every day. Because without her mother's love, I would find this journey extremely excruciating and lonely. But I know she's with me. I know she's there. I do not see her like others do, but I know she's there providing for me the comfort and the solace that she offered her son Jesus as a little boy growing up. She was an amazing woman, and she continues to guide you and I today by speaking to our hearts, by bringing us back on track. And especially if we hit rock bottom in our life, or if our business goes pear-shaped, if we're unhappy in a relationship or at work, when we close the curtains, switch off the television, disconnect the mobile phone, we light a simple candle, and we just call on Mother Mary. She comes. She comes and she brings hope, and she speaks to us in silence. She guides us, she nurtures us. She does everything and more that an earthly mother, blood mother would do. Our birth mother was restricted in many ways because they were pulled in many ways. And especially today, where many mothers have to go out to work, where they have to multitask. So isn't it nice to be able to do something tangible for them, to show them that we respect them? But is that really happening? Is that really happening in this modern world where so many families have become dysfunctional? Where the mom is abused, where the children no longer respect their mom, and where many moms have become retired and now old women. It is a travesty to see that some of them are beaten up by young people, left for dead because of some drug-crazed youth who's had no respect for the elderly. So it is important that we celebrate the gift of motherhood, because you know, in the ancient teachings of the Essenes, motherhood was a celebration because they carried life. Like in the Jewish religion, it's the mother who carries the religion, not the father. And mothers are respected because they are the bloodline of the belief of the Jewish faith. What a wonderful concept that is. So I think today in this modern world that has become, where society has become so despiritualized, that we do not take everything and everyone for granted. And having Mothering Sunday, like Father's Day, I think it's a good thing, don't you? That we can remember those who gave birth to us, who gave us life, because I know I wouldn't be here had my mom and dad not performed that sacred act of love. And though my life hasn't been a bed of roses, but I thank God for them. And it's strange, only the other day I celebrated the 5th anniversary of my dear dad, who crossed over, and what was so moving, my sister Rosemary in Dublin. She organised a special commemorative mass for my mum and dad, where some of my family were present. That did bring a tear to my eye at 7 p.m. because I was here and they were in Dublin. And it was a lovely feeling to know that they'd not forgotten their mum. Never forget your mum. Look after her, care for her, treasure her. Thank you.